Blessed be everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing shadow work with the tarot. But before we do, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, author of Crafting a Wiccan Path and Tapping into Abundance. If you want to learn more about Wicca, witchcraft and shadow work, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to heal your shadow through working on your chakras, then take a look at my free masterclass, How to Heal Your Shadow Through Balancing Your Energy Centers. The link to that is in the description field below this video. Today we're doing shadow work with the tarot. I've got a really simple tarot reading here that you can do to help you with your shadow work, or if you're working with somebody else on shadow work, to just bring in a really simple way of doing some tarot coaching with yourself or another person. So in this demonstration here, I'm going to use a tarot spread that I just recently have used and how that can help you in relation to shadow work. The focus with shadow work is always on what's going on internally and on working on what's going on within yourself and how you can change that to bring more good things into your life, to help you feel like you're a better person and to help you become the person you really know deep down inside you are, or you feel at this moment you want to be. It's actually who you already are, but you may feel at this stage it's who you want to be. So we're going to use some tarot to help you with that. The best way to start with shadow work is to ask yourself what you're struggling with at this time, because if you're coming to shadow work, it's generally because something's going on in your life or something's going on within yourself that you're not happy with. It's, something's just not right, or you're trying to do something, or you're trying to be someone and it's just not working the way you think it should work. And you're wanting to know a little bit more about why that might be. In this reading that I've got here, this sample reading, the person that it was around was somebody who is a healer, and they're in business for themselves, doing healing and wanting to increase their healing business. So if this is something that maybe you've wanted to do, then this could be a reading that you may resonate with. The card that comes up in the first position, and the first position is the present moment, because we always need to know a little bit more about what's going on in the present moment so that we can start to work on what's going on behind the scenes. So for this one, the present moment, a really positive card came up, which is the Three of Wands. Now, generally, the Three of Wands would mean, hey, your ships are coming in. It's all looking pretty good. You just have to stand and wait. You've put in some hard work, you're starting to see some results, you're starting to see some things happen. So even though this person who the reading was for wasn't really feeling like that was happening, the card was actually saying things are actually changing. And even right now, if you're not aware of it, things are actually changing, perhaps of the work that you've been doing. So the present moment, things actually looked quite good, and the message there could simply be to that person, maybe you need to look at things in a more positive way. Maybe you need to focus on what is working in your business right now and see how that's bringing things in, even if it's slow right now. It might just be that your marketing is getting to more people, so you're getting more people interested in what it is that you're doing. Maybe you've got more opportunities lined up. Maybe the things you can't see right now, but the card could simply be saying your attitude to what's going on could be the problem. And the shadow work around that can simply be, am I more inclined to see what's wrong or what's not right than I am to actually see what's working? And maybe the shift needs to be in focus on what's working and celebrate what's actually working right now, the little things that are coming into your life right now. The card that came up in what I would call the challenges position, so this is the challenge, this is what is causing the it's just not working, that there's something not right here, or I just can't get this to happen, or I just can't be this person, or there's always this block to when I try to do something, it doesn't work out, or I sabotage it, or all of that stuff that the shadow tends to do for us. The card that came up in this case was actually the Two of Cups, which is generally a card of relationships. So it could be business relationships, it could be relationships with a partner, it could be a relationship with anybody, essentially. It's about relationships, generally speaking. And it's about the coming together of like minds when it's in the upright position. So why would this be a challenge? Well, maybe the person, again, is not understanding the general aspect of the relationship with other people. Maybe they have negative views on other people, for example. They may be afraid that other people may be critical of them. They may be afraid of being able to form relationships, business relationships with people because they're concerned about what that person may think of them. There's a block there of some sort to do with the relating to other people. So it's often a fear or a perception we have of ourselves, and we're projecting that out onto other people. So in the case of this reading, the person's issues with other people was that they could not trust that other people would have necessarily good intentions, or that they were always distrustful of how other people would react to them. They didn't feel confident about themselves, and they were always worried about other people being maybe not happy with the services that they were offering, wanting refunds, or all of these negative things seem to be blocking this person at the moment in their business. They were so worried about the negative aspects of working with people that it was actually blocking the people from coming to them, basically. And so from a shadow work point of view, it's saying, well, you need to work on your perception of yourself and your perception of other people, and where this fear of other people perhaps harming you in some way, whether that's just because they're not happy with what you're doing or they're not happy with something, work with those issues and where those beliefs and that are coming from, and do some shadow work around that. So it's a good indication there. Otherwise, the relationships with people are actually quite good. It's a misconception that the people are not going to be happy, because the card's indicating that they actually are happy with you. They actually really do like what you're doing. You do forge good relationships with people. You're just not seeing it. You're blocking it through this mindset. So what to do about it in regards to the shadow work? What sort of shadow work do you need to do, or what do you need to focus on when it comes to working with this challenge? And so the card that came up in this case was the Two of Wands. Okay, it's a bit shiny at the moment. The Two of Wands. So this is the Dominion card. This is where you're holding the whole world in the palm of your hand. The card is simply saying, you know, you've actually got everything you need. You've got everything you want. And it's a matter of just putting it out there and taking what you have and putting it out into the world and doing something with it. So the card's saying there's actually nothing wrong. There isn't. The only thing that's actually holding this person back from successfully bringing in more clients into the healing business is just simply that they're not taking the world into the palm of their hands. They're not seeing that they have the ability to be able to change everything simply by changing their perception of other people and their relationship to other people. And when they do the shadow work around that, finding out, you know, why am I so afraid of other people? What's frightening me about other people's perceptions of me, or what other people may or may not do, then that person is going to find that they do have the whole world in their hands, and that the person then can start to see where things are actually coming in for them in their life. But the focus is so much on this in the negative sense that they're not seeing what it is that they've truly got going for them. So this reading is really positive in the sense that it's saying everything's actually quite good. It's your perception that's actually the problem. And when you change your perception, then the whole thing is going to change. So that's a way that you can, an example of how you can work with shadow work with the tarot card, just by using a simple 3-card spread. So the first position is your situation in the present moment. Relate that to whatever your concern is that you've asked the cards about. The second position is the challenges. So it's very similar to the Celtic cross at the very beginning, the situation and the challenges or the blocks. And then the third card is what do you need to see? What aren't you seeing? What aren't you looking at? Okay. In this case, you've actually got the whole world in your hands. You've actually had the ability to be able to do whatever it is that you actually do want to do. So what would that mean then that your challenges are? Your challenges are that you're not perceiving it, okay? And that's here to do with the relationships. So then that person can then go and work on their relationships. If you want to book a tarot coaching session with me, you certainly can do that. There's a link in the description field underneath this video where you can fill out a request form. It'll come back to me, and then I'll get back to you to book a tarot coaching session. Also, if you want to learn more about your shadow and your chakras, take a look at that free masterclass that I mentioned at the beginning, how to heal your shadow through balancing your energy centers. It's a really good masterclass, and it also lets you know a little bit more about the Wheels of Empowerment course, which is the shadow work course that I have released. That will help you work through all of these sorts of issues with yourself, with other people, and your perceptions through each of the chakras. The link to that is in the description field below this video too. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I thank you all for being a part of the Mystery Witch School, and I send you all love, prosperity, and health. Blessed be.